Welcome to day 3 of Netflix Geek Week 2022.
Day 3, baby! And thanks everybody for joining us.
I'm Ella Pennell. You may know me from the animated series Arcane.
And I am Tiffany Smith from Masters of the Universe. We're halfway through the week and we have already revealed some really cool stuff.
So much stuff. We've had drop-ins from the likes of Zack Snyder, the Russo brothers, and Chris Hemsworth.
Can Chris Hemsworth come today?
I think he's here. He's asking for you in the back.
We have also gotten first look at shows like The Sandman and 1899.
Honestly, there were too many great moments to name all of them.
It's true. And we're not even close to done yet, you guys. We've got so much more stuff coming. Today, we're gonna just mix it up a little bit.
Because today on Geek Week, we are featuring some of Netflix's hottest upcoming animated titles.
So, let's jump right into it.
Okay, Tiffany, we're starting with a big announcement, and it's one that I'm gonna let you set up for us.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Ella. This is a title that is near and dear to my heart, so let's take a look. Oh my God, okay. I was like, Masters of the Universe, Revelation. No. It's now called Masters of the Universe Revolution. Ah! That's right, we are returning to Eternia with an all-new follow-up miniseries, Masters of the Universe Revolution. I am so excited that I got to be the one to reveal this.
This sequel to Masters of the Universe Revelation picks up right where the previous animated series left off.
It's true. We ended in a really cool spot, so I'm very excited to see where we go in the new episodes and see who maybe comes in to join us in Eternia. I don't know.
Okay.
Always great people coming in. Expect to see more He-Man and more Skeletor in a conflict like you've never seen before. And of course, all your other favorites my favorite, Andra.
I want to watch this.
I am so pumped, and honestly, doing the first season was so wonderful. It was so much fun, and I'm so excited to see where they're gonna take Andra in the new mini-series.
I have always wanted to know, what is Mark Hamill like?
So here's the crazy thing. We shot during the pandemic, so I didn't get to be in the same room with anybody. So it was all voiceover. Did you do any recording with other people when you do? Yeah, it's always
Just in
by
a
yourself.
booth on your own. Did you do any in your cupboard or in your bathroom?
I did. I made half of my closet into a voiceover booth. So yes, I did that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's you get to work with these people, but not. Where
Yeah.
it's I remember the episodes coming out with Mark Hamill, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I was I get scenes with Mark Hamill, but I've never actually talked to him to do it.
You can still your claim to fame. You can still tell everyone.
It's true. It's true. But I love it because you get to be a part of a project where you geek out yourself on a project that you're working on.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
That's great. Be sure to continue following Netflix Geek for all the latest information on all things Masters of the Universe Revolution. As you know, today is all about animation. So let's dive into a title that we know the fans have been begging for, Wonderstorm's The Dragon Prince.
They will rain fire upon us.
The only way to stop this is to look evil in the face and say, no more.
We have a sneak peek at season 4, the start of the next phase of the saga, Mystery of Erebos. Okay, so the teaser, we got a ton of action.
Yes.
Dragons, fighting, war, craziness. And that one, I was like, what is happening when Erebos' huge arm comes in?
Yeah. That confused me. That confused me too. I thought that there were dolls and we're selling dolls. I don't know. I want some of those. I want
They were
these.
selling dolls.
And these. I want
You
the ears and
horn-
the.
Yeah, I know.
Do I want to be an elf?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes. I feel like whenever I watch these kinds of shows, I'm like, I just want to be that in real life.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing about animation, right?
Yeah.
It's just, exactly.
It's true, it's
So
true.
much freedom.
They do so much with like the different elements in that one,
Mm-hmm.
having different powers based off elements. If you could pick an element to have power based off of, what would it be?
Like the Last Airbender. I would want air. I would want to fly
Yeah?
and blow really hard at people. That's all I really want to do. Okay, well, following the epic season 3 conclusion of The Dragon Prince, there are so many big questions remaining.
But none are bigger than the question of who is the Star Touch elf, Erebos? And what does he want?
What does he want? And what is the price the heroes, human and elf alike, will have to pay to stop him?
It better not be a baby dragon, that's all I gotta say. Huge changes are coming, and the stakes for our heroes have never been higher.
If you need a refresher on all things The Dragon Prince, seasons 1 through 3 are now streaming on Netflix. Now, speaking of the stakes never being higher for our heroes, I might know a little something about that.
Yeah, because you're the one who's raising the stakes. You are.
It's me.
Of course you do. The world of League of Legends came to life in an incredible series from Riot Games and Fortiche Productions. And honestly, I'm still recovering from that jaw-dropping cliffhanger of the finale. But I'm very excited to see where it's gonna go in the next season.
Me too. I know where it goes, but
So can you
for the
tell us
sake,
anything?
you know,
Just like a little.
I wish I want to. I wish I could, but I can't tell you.
I tried, guys. I really tried. The team at Fortiche is working hard right now on the second season of Arcane, and I cannot wait to find out more about the absolute carnage Jinx will surely bring to Piltover and Zaun.
Well, to tide you over, our friends at Riot made a behind-the-scenes series to take us inside the making of Arcane, and we have a sneak peek right now. Let's take a look.
We were just kind of talking, like, man, how fun it would be to make something that's a bit bigger, in the animation space and the story space, and to kind of embrace all these different strengths that the team had developed over the years. Animation, music.
Every child. That sounds dumb.
Building characters, stories, and just go deep on it. We had this amazing partner in Fortiche, this animation studio in Paris. We worked with them on the Jinx music video, on the Imagine Dragons music video for Warriors. They just always had this X factor of these beautiful visuals, it's super artistic and everything. It just kind of always clicked, I always thought that if there's any superpower that we had in the beginning to make Arcane a thing, it was whether or not we could really unleash the potential of Fortiche.
Wow. That's crazy.
Dude.
I don't even know any of that stuff. It's really cool to see that for the first time. This is my first time seeing that too.
It is so cool. And I have to say, one of the things I love the most about the show is they trust the audience to figure things out. Everything doesn't get explained to you from the very beginning. It's like you go along and you kind of pick up pieces along the way.
Yeah.
And the music,
is crazy good.
it's bonkers.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Thanks. I'm
Yeah.
glad you like it.
I liked it a lot. So that's the season 1 finale. Do you want to know what happens next?
Do you?
I do. I do. Okay, so since you can't give us any spoilers, could you tell us, do you have a favorite line as Jinx?
Ooh, Damn, I do, but I can't remember. I'm the worst for spoilers, like the worst.
You're like, I can't remember if it's season 2.
I can't remember if it's season 1 or season 2 because we've shot a lot of season 2. So I do have a favorite line, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get fired. I like my job.
Everything about her is so bad.
That's one of the things I like about her. She's funny. Like she has obviously that like vulnerable side, but like she's psycho funny. I like it.
Yeah. Yes, she is. She really, really is. Arcane has really become a phenomenon, and there are so many fans of the show, of League of Legends, obviously. Have you seen any of the TikToks or cosplays or anything?
I don't have TikTok, so I haven't seen those, but I've seen the cosplays and they are so crazy good. I don't understand how people do it. I want to do a cosplay of Jinx so bad.
Someone make the cosplay for her.
Someone help me.
Do you have anything else that you want to share with the fans today?
Like I said, season 2 is in the works right now, so we don't have anything new to share, but I do have one treat that fans have been asking for, demanding ever since Arcane launched. Oh yeah, that is right. Profile icons.
Okay, so what profile icon do you pick?
Oh, come on, it's gotta be Jinx. It's gotta be Jinx.
Okay, if you can't pick Jinx though, who would you pick?
Oh God, I don't know, Vi looks pretty cool. I don't know, actually this is a really hard choice. They all look really cool. Silco's like it's got a little something evil and sexy going on. Can I say that? Is that weird? It's a little weird.
Let's be honest, animated characters, sometimes they're very
Sometimes
sexy.
they're sexy. Who would you pick?
I thought you were asking me sexy animated character.
Who would?
And I was like, Dream from
Hey, that's a
Sandman
different
was my
show.
first major crush.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, yes.
Wow, heard it here first, guys.
Excited to see that series. I would pick Vi.
Yeah, she's cool.
I mean, it would be a toss-up. I think it would depend on my mood. I might switch
Yeah.
it up. Like, depending on what I'm watching. I'd be like, okay,
I get
today's
that.
Vi, maybe tomorrow's Jinx. We'll see.
Well, listen, you guys get to choose as well, because Arcane profile icons are available right now on Netflix. Now you can say, Jinx was here.
So we got her to give us a little tidbit. We'll get some more.
A little
A little bit. Okay, so Arcane has one incredible soundtrack like we talked about, and so does our next title.
Yes, let's check out Intergalactic, which is going to be the animation event of the year.
It's from the mind of Kid Cudi and produced by Kenya Barris. Intergalactic is an animated adult story that follows a young man on his journey to discover love.
Aw, that's nice. The main character is voiced by Cudi himself, and the rest of the voice cast is stacked.
And we are ever so lucky here at Geeked Week to reveal that full voice cast right now. Names that you are gonna know as part of the exclusive first look at Intergalactic.
What's up?
I'm sorry?
Okay.
What?
Wow.
That is a crazy voice cast.
That is Vanessa Hudgens, Ty Dolla $ign. There are so many. Macaulay Culkin,
Chalamet?
Timothy Chalamet. Wow.
I love it. I love it so
That
much.
was cool. I also love the style. The animation style was really cool.
I cannot wait to hear. I feel like it's not a new thing, but the music that goes along with all these animated series is always so awesome. And this Geeked Week has been no different. Every time we show a new clip, I'm like, that music is awesome. And I'm like dancing well.
Exactly. Well, the Intergalactic universe sounds and looks beautiful.
That Kid Cudi, I really think he's got a career ahead of him.
You should tell him that.
I just did. Because he's probably watching this, right?
Yeah,
He wants to see his
live streaming.
He wants to see his trailer.
All right, on to another groundbreaking animated series.
Love, Death, and Robots from David Fincher and Tim Miller just returned with Volume 3.
All right. The acclaimed series is known for pushing the boundaries of animation, and the Volume 3 short, Hiburo, directed by the Oscar and Emmy Award winner Alberto Mielgo, is unlike anything else we've ever seen.
When you watch Hiburo, you'll probably assume it's photographed and delivered using motion capture, but it's actually all hand-drawn.
Wow. We are going to take you inside the animation for the inside scoop on how the Love, Death, and Robots team brought this cinematic masterpiece to the screen using a variety of animation techniques.
Check it out right here, only on Netflix Geeked Week.
I think that if you want to do animation for adults, you need to be wild and you need to be extreme. Hiburo is like a brutal disaster. What I wanted to do first of all is a story with no heroes, no good characters, and it's just a tragedy. I wanted to talk about the most toxic relationship that you can imagine. I think that both characters are very much myself. Like many times I go for that thing that feels extremely dangerous, full of red flags everywhere. It's kind of like challenging and cool to talk about yourself, especially when it's so intimate and so private. I love animation over anything. Like it's been my passion forever. That's what I always wanted to do. And being able to explore the narrative worlds is extremely satisfying. The animation looks pretty rich and real because it's actually shot with real characters. In my films, we do work with actors to actually see their emotions, to record their acting in their faces, and obviously their body mechanics. We got a choreographer, Sarah Silkin, incredible. And then we have a number of really incredible dancers. They were able to own their body and control their body. I'm very obsessed with animation and human movement in general, and I like to keep working this way. The intensive work that you have to do in order to create just 15 minutes of animation, which is nuts. We were 72 people. You need to create a world from scratch. You need to design it, you need to model it, you need to rig it. There is a huge amount of process. I also wanted to do a homage to nature, the sounds and the colors. In order to do that, I rent a van and I got inside of the forest, and I live basically inside of the forest for 2 weeks. This is something that I usually do. I like to go on location and find the right shots. When I was there, I saw that nature is so raw and so beautiful, and the colors, they were just perfect. I was very much also reinventing what a Renaissance parade of knights can look like. It was a pretty cool opportunity to explore color and to explore how color reflects on these armors as well. In 3D, we have the advantage that we don't need to have a body underneath. We don't need to have a man kind of like complaining or an actor saying like, oh my God, this doesn't move well. For the woman, I was very much based in all this beautiful jewelry and headpieces from Western Europe, Russia, India, and north of Africa. I just wanted to create a world that is rich and beautiful. There's like a lot of sound in nature, actually. It can be very chill and very quiet, but when you are full on inside of a forest, it's very rich in sound versus what a deaf person might hear. And I did my own interpretation of what this can be. This film is very much about listening. It's not so much about hearing, even though we have a deaf character, it's about listening. Listening in terms of like red flags, not putting attention to red flags or signals. In the case of the woman, she can actually have everything else, but she cannot have that person because you cannot hear her. It is true that there is a theme that is actually going through all my stories, which is kind of relationships and love. I am very interested on losers more than in heroes or in superheroes. I find that a super loser is more interesting, in my opinion, for the stories that I want to tell. There is still a little bit of a stigma of what is animation, at least on mainstream. Most important is to explore cinema rather than the technique itself of the animation. I would like that we actually break that barrier. Working in this anthology, Love, Death and Robots, I personally feel really free in terms of ideas, exploring new narratives. They were trying something very radical. You can have violence, you can have thriller, horror, nudity, anything that is adult. And that's something that I really appreciate as an artist.
Damn, okay.
I know. What I love about this show or series is that every single episode is different, and not just the storytelling, but the animation is different too. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really inspiring as well. Because you just get to, like, I don't watch a ton of different styles. I kind of stick to the genres I like. But getting to watch something like this, you get to see a little slice of everything and like really make up your mind about, you know, what you're drawn to and see so many different artists work. It's really cool.
It's also cool because obviously it deals with love, death, and robots, but you get comedy, you get action,
Exactly.
you get horror. There's so many different genres that they play with. And I love getting to see different versions of stories that different auteurs kind of like put their stamp on. Honestly, it's one of those shows where there is truly something for everyone.
Okay, it's time to change gears a bit to a show that gives new meaning to the term adult animation.
Ooh, this new series from Roger Black and Waco Ogwen, the same sick minds who created Brickleberry and Paradise PD, is definitely not for kids. So earmuffs if you're watching.
And with that warning, we now have an exclusive trailer for Faza. Let's check it out.
Hold on. Is this gonna be more like Futurama or Rick and Morty?
It's gonna be more like shut the fuck up. This is Faza. It was a peaceful planet before the evil aliens invaded. But Renzo protected his people from the aliens and their diabolical leader,
Bazarak! I'm stuck to the floor! Help!
Then Renzo married Queen Flammy. Totally for love, not just to gain power, even though she's a slightly older woman.
Oh, yes, come on. Twerk them tits. You know what Mummy likes.
Dad, what I really want is to be a general.
Sure, I'll put a quote-unquote team together for you.
You missed!
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the team! It's my destiny to rid this planet of evil. Who's the wise ass put a manual transmission in this thing? You know I can't drive stick, you fuckers! You guys say you think we're a joke.
Of course you're a goddamn joke. I bought that general outfit from Party City, you idiot.
And?
I like that nasty shit.
You pork this dork? You better stay on your side of the vagina.
That won't be a problem. I have a shockingly slender penis. What does this watch do?
It opens up wormholes, but only to my mother's shower.
So, it's broken?
No, I am.
Someone roll me to my dressing room. And if you roll me through gum again, I'll have your fucking ass!
Okay, I love shit like that. This is my favorite type of animation, and I'm proud of it. Proud of it.
I don't know what it is about seeing an animated character curse or say really inappropriate things. It's like hard to just, you can't not laugh. You can't not laugh.
You can't. And I feel I related to this one. I also can't drive stick. So, and I love Party City. So this show was made for me.
It's true. I'm into it. I also always look at vehicles and stuff in anime. I don't know why. I'm like, he was driving on some kind of like, it looked like a land Sea-Doo thing at the beginning, and then the giant scorpion thing. I
Very
like,
creative.
yeah, I'm just
Hats
thinking
off
about
to you guys.
all the stuff I would put on my bookshelves, like of figures that I would buy. And that was the version that was safe for us to show you guys here. So I don't know where the show's actually gonna go.
Well, if you want to see the full uncensored Farzad trailer, head over to Netflix Geeked on Twitter.
Up next, get ready to be spooked in space with Exception.
We announced the new anime Exception during last year's Geeked Week, and this year, we're excited to top that by revealing the first look images.
Exception takes place on a dystopian Earth with humanity at the brink of extinction.
In the series, humans are forced to leave Earth and look for a new place to survive in the galaxy.
But an advanced team of spacecrafts arrive at a planet that is to be terraformed.
And each member of the team is output by a biological 3D printer.
That's crazy.
I know.
It's so cool. Cool.
This is kind of interesting. It looks a little like Arcane.
It does.
With the hex tech.
It really, yeah. And what is at the center of that? Is it a map?
So many questions.
Is it a power source? I don't know.
Good cat eye.
Who
does your makeup?
You have that cat eye.
That's true.
A 3D bioprinter?
Hey.
You know?
The hair.
Yep. I feel like
it's really cool. I really like
her
these
would
images.
shop at the same stores.
Yes, yeah. She's actually Jinx's cousin. They've never met, but they come from the same family. Oh, this is really, really cool. I like these images a lot.
I love when people do like what would a futuristic spaceship look like, especially when hearing that they're doing the bio 3D printing and it's like it almost looks like a fish in the ocean, but it's in space. And so I wonder if that's like bio printed spaceship.
Yeah. Ooh. Huh. Yeah, I want to get closer.
Like, lean in.
We both.
I have so many questions. Is that like a star that's about to explode behind her? What's happening?
Big window.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
I feel like I have no idea where that show is gonna go.
A lot of mystery.
Yeah.
A lot of questions.
Or what's gonna happen to all these crazy, cool, interesting looking characters.
Who are they?
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to tune in later this year to find out.
All right, you guys, well, don't fly off in your 3D printed bio spaceships just yet, because we've got another great new sci-fi anime series for you, Moonrise. In Moonrise, we follow the life of Jack as he confronts various hardships in the vast world of outer space.
It's brought to us by the anime visionaries at Wit Studio, who are responsible for hit shows like Bubble, Vampire in the Garden, and Attack on Titan.
This exciting new anime is penned by the critically acclaimed novelist and screenwriter To Ubukata. Make sure to keep an eye out for Moonrise.
You know, Tiff, can I call you Tiff?
Yes, you can.
Anime is the most heavenly art form I can think of.
You know what, Elle? Can I call you that?
No.
It's a great way to end. I thought we were on a good,
Not
good
there
track
yet,
here.
sorry.
Fine.
The Jinx coming out.
It's true. It's true. It's a great way to introduce the 7 deadly sins, though.
No, I didn't say it was a sin. I said it was heavenly.
No, I know that, but I was talking about the Netflix movie, The 7 Deadly Sins, The Grudge of Edinburgh.
Oh, well, in that case, we have a look at the characters in the latest installments of the 7 Deadly Sins saga. The 7 Deadly Sins, The Grudge of Edinburgh, is an upcoming 2-part film based on the newly drawn spin-off original story by Nakaba Suzuki.
The story will focus on Tristan, the son of Meliodas, who was the main character of 7 Deadly Sins series. Part 1 is coming to Netflix this December.
In addition to the new series, we also have the exciting news that one of your new favorites will be back for part 2, Inside Job.
From creator Shion Takeuchi, Inside Job is, of course, about the employees of Cognito Inc., where conspiracies aren't just the theories, they're a full-time grind.
This series is a peek inside the actual deep state, as one woman, Reagan Ridley, manages the chaotic office of lovable Moran secretly controlling the world.
We've got a clip from the opening of the newest episode. Check it out.
And here is the White House where... Oh, God, it's that drunk again. Avert your eyes, kids.
Hey, kids! Everything they teach you in school is a lie. The deep state is controlled by my shithead father, Kim chemtrails trap you in the 80s. Minions are real. I have seen one. I have touched one with my own hands.
Oh my gosh, it's a bomb! Wait, are those Toblerones?
Hey, Regs. So, are you good? And I know it's your first day back since your dad took over and all.
Of course I'm okay. What made you think that I'm not okay?
Oh, God! Ugh!
Well, you did get a tramp stamp that says Mommy Likey Drinky on it.
Whoa, when did I get that? Life is just dreams turning to entropy, you little shits!
She doesn't mean that, children.
I do mean it! Dreams die! Santa is fake! But student dad is real!
You had to learn sometime, Brayden.
Listen to me, Brett. My dad is an amoral sociopath. Having him in charge will literally destroy the world.
Yeah, he's installed a lot of security cameras in the women's bathrooms.
Brad Ridley is a dick!
Shit talking detected.
This is nauseating me, Brett. And for breakfast, I had something called a Bud Light Limerita.
The refreshing Bud Light Mist with a tropical lime twist?
Yeah. We have to do something.
Don't worry. I mean, Rand can't make things that different.
Listen up, peons. Everything's gonna be different around here. I've carefully reviewed this year's agenda from the robes, and I don't give a shit. Why are we taking orders from mysterious robed assholes anyway? We don't even know who they are. From now on, we do what I say. Cognito is gonna reclaim its glory days. And then Cognito's gonna reclaim its ex-wife, and its daughter, and its original beautiful hairline.
This is going to be the most globally damaging midlife crisis since Elon Musk.
Hey, get to the war room, you two.
Oh my God, his kimono's open.
Oh, I cannot see that.
Don't barf, because then I'm in a barf.
I guess we'll both have to hold it. Oh, I'm vomiting.
I feel like those last couple of seconds
Wow.
like implanted something in my brain. Should I be concerned?
am freaking out. I think this might be my new favorite show. How have I never seen this? Wow. So many good lines.
Yeah.
I want to get printed on t-shirts.
I thought you were gonna say you wanted to get printed like the tramp stamp tattoo.
I want to get Mummy Likey Drinky. If that, I want that on a sweatshirt. I want on the front Mummy Likey Drinky and on the back Santa's fake, but student debt is real. Genius. I love it. Genius.
Yep. You know,
Wow.
we're just making ideas, creating stuff
Just
on this
riffing
Geek
here.
Week.
I really enjoyed that. Okay, you heard it here first on Geek Tweet. We're getting a second season of Inside Job.
Yes, and we are so glad that they're back. Part 2 of Inside Job drops later this year.
If you're a fan of Inside Job and animation, check out Netflix Geek on TikTok. You're sure to have a laugh. Okay, now it's time to chat anime.
Up next, we have a new series coming from Japan, Uncle from Another World.
Can't wait. This series is about a young man's uncle who wakes from a 17-year coma, now with magical powers and a love for video games.
He looks pretty normal. Is this the guy who wakes up 17 years later?
I don't know, because these are exclusive, never seen before images, so I'm seeing these at the same time that you are. I like his glasses.
17 years. That's freaking crazy, and it's a lot to catch someone up on.
I'd start with Netflix. So there's this streaming service. It's pretty crazy to wrap your head around. First of all, there's TVs, there's internet. I mean, really, where would you
There
start?
were TVs 17 years
Yeah,
ago.
true. I meant streaming TVs. Not like, color box ones.
I love it. And it's so exciting to see an isekai anime in the Netflix lineup.
Uncle from Another World is coming to Netflix this July. Okay, Geek Week. It's a bit of an understatement when I say this next series is huge.
I know what you're setting up, and I have to say, it is gigantic.
Kong is back and badder than ever in the animated series Kong Skull Island, based on the film by George and Vogt Roberts.
It's major news of any animation studio to bring Legendary's MonsterVerse to hand-drawn life. It is the incredible team at Powerhouse Animation.
Here is an exclusive first look image of this highly anticipated new animated series.
What are we seeing?
Okay.
Two people just hanging out on what looks like maybe a beach.
Some physical contact. We like affection.
Slow zoom out. Gigantic footprint.
Okay, I mean, it's big. You gotta admit, it is big.
It is very big.
I can't wait to see the Kong that made that footprint, huh?
When a group of good-hearted explorers fish a drowning girl out of the ocean, they have no idea that they've found themselves on a collision course with strange beasts, terrifying titans, and the most mysterious island the world has ever known.
For larger-than-life Kong updates, head over to Twitter and check out Netflix Geeked.
We are almost at the end of our time with you, but we have 2 massive announcements still to go, like this next series, which is an exclusive title announcement from Geeked Week.
We could set up what you're about to learn, but why would we when we could get the definitive master of horror in manga, Junji Ito, to do it for us? Take it away, sir.
Geeked Week をご覧の皆様、こんにちは。伊藤潤二です。私の漫画を題材にした新プロジェクト、伊藤潤二マニアックを発表させていただきます。私の作品の中で20タイトルが伊藤潤二マニアックとして初めてアニメ化されます。そして今日は特別に今回アニメ化する3タイトルを発表します。富江、宗一、そして首吊り気球です。富江、宗一シリーズはどの作品がアニメ化されるかは続報をお待ちください。このシリーズには多くの才能豊かなアニメクリエイターたちが私の作品をアニメ化するべく懸命に取り組んでおり、彼らの想像力が私のキャラクターたちをどのような不気味な世界へ導いていくのか楽しみでなりません。今回はシリーズの片鱗をご覧いただけるよういくつかのキャラクター作画をご紹介いたします。そして伊藤潤二マニアック発表記念として各キャラクターの創作秘話や裏設定などについてお話しします。さて、まずは富江。富江は私のデビュー作でですね、富江の発想の源はやはりトカゲの尻尾が切れてもまた生えてくるというような、そういったところから発想の源ですけども、それと同時にですね、なんか身近な人が急に亡くなったりするとですね、そのことが信じられなくてですね、なんか今にもまたひょっこり姿を現せるんじゃないかというような、そんなような感覚に襲われることがあるんですけども、そういったことをですね、富江が殺されたのにひょっこり姿を現すという、そういうシチュエーションでちょっと漫画化してみたいなというのが最初でした。次は宗一シリーズの宗一です。やっぱりキャラクターにとって目というのはやっぱり表情をですね、表すのに一番重要じゃないかなと思いますね。眉毛とか口とかで総合的に表情を作りますけども、目の表情というのがそのキャラクターの内面を映している、一番それが内面を表現するのに目が一番、重要なのかなと思います。最後に首吊り気球の藤野照美です。巨大なアルドバルーンに首を取られた死体がぶら下がったものがですね、空に浮かんでいるというような、そういったイメージを思いつきまして、それをなんか漫画に使えないかなと思ってですね、下の町でですね、なんか首吊り気球が現れると奇怪な事件が町で起こるというような話にしようと思ったんですけど、でいろいろ考えているうちに、その気球そのものが首を吊ろうと人々を襲う話にしようというふうに決めまして、でそれで首吊り気球の話になっていきました。伊藤潤二マニアックに登場するキャラクターの創作秘話でした。いかがでしたか？2023年に Netflix でリリースされるので楽しみにしていてください。 伊藤潤二でした。
That was so cool.
Yeah, it blows my mind the things that people create and write, and I know that I will be watching, and I will also have nightmares after watching that.
Probably you have to wait a whole year for this, but I am very excited.
I'll get prepared by then. Junji Ito's Maniac, a brand new anime series, is coming to Netflix soon. That is so badass and so
cool.
scary. I feel like I'm gonna need to get my blankets ready to cover.
Yeah, there seems to be a theme with you, I'm noticing.
I'm a chicken, but I like watching it. Like,
Maybe we should watch it together. We could both have pillows up in front. Cover your eyes like this.
Yeah, a little bit of that, a little bit of blanket.
A little bit of everything.
It'll be fun.
Well, his work has transcended borders to both capture the imagination and frighten audiences everywhere. I mean, we're scared already.
Thank you, Junji Ito-san, for taking the time to record that Geeked Week sneak peek.
Now, if you love horror, anime, or both, make sure you check out Junji Ito's Maniac.
And if you love anime in general, specifically Netflix anime, please head over to our Twitter and hit follow on Netflix Anime for more information on the animation you know and love.
Yeah. Okay, up next, and this is our grand finale, a series that fans have been dying to learn more about ever since it was first announced 2 years ago.
Hot cocoa and marshmallows, macaroni and cheese, peanut butter and jelly, things that just go perfectly together, right? Well, that is just like the incredible teams at CD Projekt Red and Studio Trigger.
CDPR are the creators of iconic games like The Witcher 3 and, of course, Cyberpunk 2077.
And Trigger is the studio behind groundbreaking anime such as Kill La Kill and Little Witch Academia.
They both have been working very hard on the new anime series Cyberpunk Edgerunners, which expands the world of Night City in exciting and surprising new ways.
Netflix Anime sat down with the teams behind Cyberpunk Edgerunners, CDPR in Poland, and Studio Trigger in Japan to give us an inside look at the making of this exciting new project.
But we've been hearing about Cyberpunk Edgerunners for years. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to see something.
Well then, let's take a look. What did I just see?
Okay, was it worth the wait, Tiffany?
I love that it was like a slow burn at the beginning where it's like,
oh yeah,
slowly getting into it, and then all of a sudden it just amped up
I
speed
think-
and amped up the images, and I was like, what am I saying?
Exactly. It was well worth, and the music made me want to do things fast.
Yeah,
made me
it's
want to
true.
be fast. Anime as an art form in general has had a tremendous influence on both cyberpunk as a genre and Cyberpunk 2077 as a video game.
Cyberpunk Edgerunners is an homage to, but also a fresh look at anime and video game-based shows.
Don't go anywhere because Netflix Anime sat down with the teams behind Cyberpunk to give us an inside look at the making of this exciting new project.
Okay, then we should probably go because I really want to watch that video. But before we go, I want to say a huge thank you for hanging out with us. I'm Tiffany Smith.
I'm Ella Purnell.
Let's dance it out.
All right.